Hello, welcome to my channel. I would like to talk about how to write a blog post. What makes a blog post interesting, entertaining? I blogged regularly for a number of years and thought I would share what has worked for me. Of course, everyone is different. What worked for me may not work for you, different strokes. My hope is that in what follows, you will discover something useful. So here is the overview. This is a rule of thumb that has served me well. First, tell the reader what you are going to say. Second, say it. Third, tell the reader what you have said. Simple, yes, but it can help craft short, clear, and engaging pieces of prose. Let's go over each of these parts. Part 1. Tell the reader what you are going to say. The first thing that comes to me usually is the post title. At the moment, a post about podcasting is rattling around in my head, begging to be written. I'm going to call it something like, Why Every Blogger Should Have a Podcast. One thing I love about the title is that it contains the subject of the post. In this imaginary blog post, I'd probably say something like this in the first paragraph. I think every blogger should also be a podcaster because having a podcast can, first, introduce one's work to more readers. Second, it can introduce one's work to different readers. And last, but certainly not least, it can be a bit easier to monetize. Perhaps in the beginning, it would only earn enough to cover the cost of the podcast, but plenty of podcasters who stuck with it now earn their living from podcasting. There we have a statement of the subject of the post, and what's more, the hook is clear. Podcasting will help you put your work in front of more readers and earn you some money at the same time. Part 2. Say it. Even though the bulk of the work is done here in part 2, that is the easiest bit. You know what you want to say, now all you have to do is say it. Continuing with my podcasting example, I have 3 points. Every blogger should also be a podcaster because it will help to expand your audience, introduce your work to more people, expand into a different audience, introduce your work to different kinds of people who, for whatever reason, would prefer to listen rather than read, and it would grow your revenue. Podcasting might help monetize your writing, and that is a difficult thing to do. Now all I have to do is expand these points. I could give examples from my own experience, talk about the experience of others, talk a bit about strategies, successful and otherwise, that others have used, and so on. Part 3. Tell the reader what you have said. Summaries can feel stilted. After all, you've told people what you were going to tell them, and you've told them. Do you really need to tell them again? The short answer is no, especially if the post is short. A conclusion that focuses on one strong point or action item is often enough to bring the entire article into focus. Okay, so here are a few miscellaneous tips. A. Be informal. Imagine that you're chatting with a friend over a cup of coffee at your favorite spot. If you wouldn't use formal phrases like in relation to or please be advised that in conversation, then don't use them in the article. That seems to work for me, though your mileage may differ. B. Pay attention. If you are just starting out and are not sure what to blog about, write about anything. But as you're writing, pay attention to what interests you. What catches your attention? What do you like thinking about? What blog posts are you especially proud of? If you do this, not only will your blog evolve to be about an area that interests you, but you will also discover something about yourself. C. Be honest. Be honest with yourself about what you enjoy writing, about what catches your attention, about what sparks your interest. When you have downtime, what do you enjoy reading? What do you enjoy writing? But do not just be honest with yourself, be honest with your readers. You don't have to share all your opinions with your readers, but never lie. Never publish a sentence that you don't believe just because it may well be the best sentence you've ever written. As Stephen King has said so many times, sacrifice your darlings. In the comments, I would love it if you told me what you think makes a good blog post. Thank you for listening. Please give me some feedback on this. This is the first blog post I've gone over in audio form on YouTube. So what do you want to hear about? Please let me know. Okay, that's it for now. I will talk to you later, and in the meantime, good writing.